Hello Australia, it's a very big couch coming up, trust me, very big couch. We have got the bitching team coming in to do a fantastic bitching panel. We've also got Cara coming in to talk about cleaning products, which are all about lemon. We've got a fantastic science experiment coming up about hovering. We've got AniK coming in, and we're also going to talk about Foodbank's brand new building with Neesha. It's going to be a big couch. You're probably wondering why I've been a bit late and I'm driving the car, because I've got to bring the crew to work. Look at them all. We'll see you. The show starts now.
Showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Oh, it's showtime on the couch.
You never thought you could fit 8 people into a Hyundai i45. Hyundai, you're doing well. We've got a big show ahead of us. Reece and Jacob are going to perform the opening song. Stick around, we'll be all in the studio very soon, our good team here at the couch. What are they singing today?
Hakuna Matata.
Here they are as they open the show. We'll see you all in the studio soon. Woo!
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze.
Means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Why, when he was a young warthog.
When I was a young warthog.
Very nice.
Thanks.
He found his aroma like a certain appeal. He can clean a savannah after every meal.
I'm a sensitive soul, though I sing thick skin. And it hurts that my friends never stood downwind. And oh, the shame!
He was a shame.
It would have changed my name.
Oh, what's in a name?
So I get downhearted
Feel
every time that
Not in front of the kids.
Oh, sorry. Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. Means no worries for the rest of your days.
Yeah, sing it, kids.
It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
It's our problem-free philosophy.
Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata means no worries. Now, can I just tell you in that opener, because I know people are thinking, were any crew hurt in the making of that opener? No, I can guarantee you the 9 of us that were in the car were very comfortable. Well, I was anyway in the driver's seat, than all the others that had our floor manager, Tony, on top of them. But they'll probably be suing me later. But thank you very much for our crew for taking part in that opener as well. We'll maybe introduce them in the next few weeks, now that we've got a lot of new crew. But in the studio today is one of our older crew members, senior crew members, not age-wise, is our very own Neesha Seth. She's back with a brand new look and she's looking good and she's talking about Foodbank. Over to you.
Thank you, Fred. Yes, today we've
Hakuna
got...
Matata.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Means no worries for the rest of your days. That's right. Isn't that right, Leanne?
I hope so.
That's
No
how we're
worries for the
feeling
rest of
right
the
now.
interview. That'd be good.
Absolutely. So Leanne joins us from Foodbank. Welcome back to the couch, because Foodbank's been on the couch a number of times now.
That's right. So was my colleague David, but it's my turn now to tell you a whole lot of new things about Foodbank. Probably
Fantastic.
over the last 12 months since you saw David.
So what's the latest?
Well, the latest is that we've moved into our fantastic new purpose-built centre for hunger relief at the Perth Airport, which is a long time coming. It was sort of 6 years in the planning and, as you can imagine, a lot of time fundraising. But we moved in January and we had our official opening on the 1st of May.
Fantastic. And of course Foodbank relies on the help from many organisations. How was it possible that you moved into this big venue?
Well, the building itself was funded by a number of people. Lottery West and the state government were obviously large contributors. BHP Billiton also contributed a substantial amount, and the Perth Airport is contributed a large amount with the land that we're on.
Oh, wonderful. And BHP Billiton have also provided the trucks too, right?
That's right. We've had a huge facelift in the last 12 months. So BHP has provided 4 trucks, brand new, large refrigerated vehicles that are moving food all pretty much through the Great Southern and South West through Geraldton. So we're moving, do about 110,000 kilometres a year, picking off and dropping off food around the state.
Now Foodbank provides a number of services in the WA community, not just what we traditionally know of, the many drives. What else do you do?
So Foodbank, a lot of people probably don't realise we are the largest food relief organisation, but we don't deal directly with the public. So we deal through around about 430 different charitable agencies, schools, community groups. So our main goal really is to collect the food, store the food and make it available for all the different charities that come and pick it up and distribute it to people in need.
Hey, and now I hear that you have a new training kitchen in your facility, and Fred and I might eye that out for some future cooking segments.
We
Tell us
do.
about that.
Well, one of the other things that Foodbank does, which we think is really important, obviously feeding people is our core business, but one of the other things we do is we like to try and provide education to people and families in need. So the training kitchen, which was also funded as part of BHP Billiton's sponsorship, has 6 worktops, so it's exactly like being at home. You've got a kitchen bench, a stovetop and an oven, and we're bringing everyone in there from young children. I think we've had primary schools in there, so we've had kids as sort of 7 and 8 coming in learning to cook, all the way through to seniors that will come in and use the kitchen, and we've got training facilities in there as well. So our goal is to try to help people understand who are on low incomes, how they can buy food, make their budget go further, cook more healthy food, you know, switch out some takeaways and make things at home. So we're really excited about what the future holds with bringing more people out to Foodbank and teaching them to cook.
I think that's wonderful, because you've got that education and awareness, so sustainably teaching people to take care of themselves as opposed to just providing food.
That's right. And that's the whole goal, I guess. I mean, people come in and out of crisis, so you might have lost your job for a certain period of time and you get back up on your feet. But cooking is a skill for life, and I think especially with younger people, and this is one of the great joys of teaching young children how to cook. So for example, you could go out and buy a pizza and they're pretty cheap, but you could make them with like Lebanese rolls or wraps, or I mean, you can even teach kids how to make dough. And once they've got those kind of hands-on experience, they're happy to go home. And one of the biggest things we hear back is when our trainers are in schools, the kids will come back and say, oh, I took it home and made an omelette for mum, or made something, yeah, we've got burgers and salads and all the sorts of things, just really simple foods. It's not exotic, it's not sort of master chef foods, but everyday simple things to increase people's skills and confidence and knowledge about healthy eating.
Fantastic. And this year particularly, 2015, marks a little bit of a special occasion for the organisation as well as one of your programs.
It is. So this year marks the 21st anniversary of Foodbank in Western Australia, which is really exciting. So we're looking to have a big 21st birthday party in October. And we're also celebrating this year the 15th anniversary of our school breakfast program, which is the largest in Australia. We're in over 430 schools right around the state now.
And we know from organisations, we were talking about Bankwest before, that do a lot of great work with Foodbank, but what are some of the drives that organisations out there can get involved in to help? Because it's lots of little efforts that make a big effort too, isn't it?
Oh, that's actually right. A lot of the food, I mean, over 90% of the food we have is donated. Of course, most of it comes through the grocery industry and importers, exporters, farmers. But this is one of the great things I like about Foodbank is that you can get involved. You don't have to be wealthy and say, well, I'm going to donate a large amount of money. But by the way, if you've got a large amount of money, please donate it. But with food drives, you can get involved at the school, at the church, at your workplace. Just collect tins of soup, tins of tuna, baked beans, spaghetti, all those simple things. And all of that sort of tin food is often stuff that we don't get donated. So it's a variety that we can put on the shelves. So especially this time of the year coming into winter, we'd love to see workplaces get involved and hold a food drive for us would be fantastic.
Wonderful. Well, look, if people want to find out more, how do they go about doing that?
Look, we're on, as you would expect, we're on Facebook, so we're at Foodbank WA. We're also at foodbankwa.org.au. We're also on Twitter. We're trying to do everything kind of like social, so you can find us out there. But jump on and have a look. And we also love to welcome people out if you'd like to have a tour, if you're part of Lions or Rotary or Seroptimus or any of the community groups or church groups. We'd love you to come out and have a look. We'd walk you around, show you everything, and find ways you can get involved, whether it's donating, food drives, volunteering. There's plenty to do at Foodbank.
Well, wonderful work as always happening at Foodbank. Leanne, thank you for joining us. Say hello to David for us.
Will,
We'll have to come
definitely.
back on the show soon, and we'll see you in a couple of months. I'm sure you'll come back on board soon.
Fantastic, thank you.
Okay, and so back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Neesha. Now, while we've got Leanne here, you know all about food, Leanne. Look at these chocolate bars, folks. They used to be 250 grams. Cadbury's dropped it to 220. They had a whole heap of people complain about it. They dropped it now to they brought it back to 220, from 250 down to 200. Then they complained, all the public, and they brought it back to 220. Now they've made the decision it's going back to 200 grams. The price has gone up by 5% and we're getting less. So one less row of chocolate. We're going to be talking about that, folks, because chocolate has been getting smaller. And more, we're going to talk about the equality in marriage with our bitchin' panel coming up right after this break while I tuck into this. Gotta love that song, Shut Up and Dance With Me. I think that's what the song's called. Welcome to Bitchin' here on the couch, and we've got our panel back, so let's get straight into it. Let's invite them, let's welcome them to the show. Natalie Foster, media presenter and entertainer and everything, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm so glad that I wore pants today, because very often when we do it, we sit around your little table
desk, you come
and
naked,
we're naked from the waist down. So I've actually got pants on today. So
it is nice, you know, because sometimes I can feel the breeze.
So can I, interestingly enough.
That's usually Ted. And Barbara McNaught, can I just say, she is one of the best charity fundraiser organisers from Momentum. Thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
How's the Men in Black Ball? Sold out?
Sold out.
So if you missed your tickets, bad luck. You're going to have to watch it on YouTube.
Great
Thank
news.
you very much.
And I'm also wearing pants. I joined the queue.
Well done. Thank you very much.
the leather pants too.
And someone that's never partial to, well, he's never worried about not wearing pants, is of course podiatrist, Mr. Cameron Kippen. Welcome back.
Yes, and I'm so pleased to be here.
Now, you are wearing pants, yes?
No, I'm in commando.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's just scaring me.
Didn't command that myself, but that's very nice. And can I just say quickly, so we don't waste too much time, we were talking about chocolate, guys. Can I just get your feedback? Now, Cadbury chocolate, folks, started at 250 gram blocks, like everything.
Yeah.
Same Boy chips is the same. They used to be 300 grams, they're now 180. So what they do is they put them on special, and you think, wow, chips are only $1.80, but when you go and look at the weight of them, it's a lot less. Now, they've done it with chocolate. Started at 250 grams, then they dropped it to 200. Then the public's outcry caused Cadbury to bring it back at 220. Now they've made a budget decision to cut back one more row of chocolate and drop it down to 200 again, whether we like it or not, and they're still charging us 5% more, so it's about $5.95 a block of chocolate. What do you all think? Do you guys remember the size of chocolate?
Yeah, look at
Natalie,
me. Of course,
I'll go to you first, just quickly.
I remember the size of chocolate, so I don't need any more chocolate.
We talked about Freddo Frog's downsizing.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a move with everything now? They're downsizing but still charging us more?
Yeah. But, you know, with the obesity levels in the world, maybe it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But then they shouldn't be charging us
You
more.
just eat two of them, but.
Well, you've been watching me, haven't you? You've seen my webcam.
It's sad, but isn't it? Everything seems to be going this way. Everything seems to be reducing in size, but still charging us the same. Barbara, do you remember when things were cheaper?
You can't downsize everything.
Yeah.
But I think they should call referendum on the social media and say, would you like smaller size or bigger price? But we stick to one of them. And they will have the answer very quickly.
What about you, Cameron? Does size matter?
Well, I hope not. But, well, I was a kid that was born just after the war, so rationing was a big thing. So
Which
I didn't.
war?
The Second World War.
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to
But
clarify
I
that.
didn't actually
wow, you look
taste chocolate until
Yeah.
I was maybe about 6 or 7. So I never really had a joy for chocolate like what they do nowadays. So I think probably for health reasons, yes, they
So
should.
do you guys care that it's reduced in size and still charging us more?
I'm too busy to see it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah, I care. It's chocolate, of course I care.
And can I just say that Choice Magazine has sort of said to people, shop around, there are cheaper brands, Nestle and all the other,
but
Lindt.
it's Cadbury, isn't it?
So, you know, that's our favourite. And they're also saying, can we still say there's a glass and a half of milk in every block since it's downsized?
That's probably half
That's
a
going to be the
glass
concept, but they never say it anymore. But let's move on. That's my chocolate talk today. Nat, what have you got for us?
From chocolate to gay people. Isn't it wonderful,
What's
the world we live in?
happening?
Do you know, this is huge in Ireland, actually, this week. They've become the first country in the world to approve gay marriage by popular vote. And you've got to remember,
Wonderful.
This is Ireland. This is where, you know, you're talking about the church is really, the Roman Catholics are really strong in Ireland. So, and I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but at the same time, marijuana was legalised in Ireland. Do you think it's a coincidence? I don't think it is.
No.
But this is the thing, homosexuality was illegal until 1993 in Ireland. So not only have they come that far, so what's Australia doing?
So what do you think the move is? Why are these places where we never thought would ever be before us, what's made them change their mind?
It's
Acceptance?
Acceptance. Oh, it's 2015. Who cares?
Now-
If you don't like gay marriage, don't marry a gay person.
And do you know what
Simple.
makes me laugh? People refer to it as gay marriage, same-sex marriage or sexual equality and all that sort of marriage equality. Now, the whole thing is, they could make it very simple. There's no need for a referendum because by having a referendum, you create division in the community. You don't need it. It's not that important to everybody. It's more important to the people it affects. Now, what I'm saying is, I believe you've got to take religion out of the Marriage Act. There needs to be no religious mention and politics, and just say two people who love each other can marry themselves.
Well, that's what
Who
Bill
cares?
Shorten's done.
Yep.
So he's changing the words man and woman and husband and wife. Well, this is what he wants to do in his latest same-sex marriage bill. He wants to replace those words with two people in the Marriage Act under Bill Shorten's proposal. So that happens this week. I
Yes,
think.
it does. It's already been in the Parliament this week. It's being voted on. The Prime Minister, I thought, was great on this too. He did say that even his sister was on the 7:30
So of
report.
course she's a lesbian.
right.
She's
Yes.
engaged to get married to her
And
partner.
I'm very impressed at Tony Abbott. This could be an election winner for him because if he could be the Prime Minister that allows this to go through, he will be seen the most trendiest Prime Minister that people would never have expected from him to allow this without a fight. And I think he will allow it, and I think he'll want to take the Parliament with him. And like he said, it's not about a party, it's about Parliament being a united force on this.
But
It's a very important
He
issue.
also pulled it back to politics and said, we'll choose. Why? Why have politicians got the choice?
Absolutely.
All gay people would like is acceptance and the same rights and the right to be miserable in a marriage like heterosexual people.
Barbara, what do
There
you
should
think?
be no difference.
I think that nobody has a choice anymore. That's it. It's obvious. It's too obvious not to go ahead with it.
Do you think it's that important to mainstream Australia, or people are just saying, look, why not? Why can't people get
I think
married?
we're making it actually more important
Than what it
that
is.
it should be. It's like, okay, guys, move on. We have so many other
Exactly. I
wars.
think they should just legislate, change the
Yes.
Marriage Act, let people marry who they want.
Yes.
As long as, like, someone was ridiculous on the radio this week saying this may open the door to people marrying their brothers and sisters. And
Oh,
parents.
hello.
I think let's not get ridiculous. I mean,
Absolutely.
heterosexuals don't do that now. Why would anyone else? It's ridiculous. And I think people like that want to cloud the issue. And you don't want there to be politics or division. Cameron, what do you think?
Oh, yes, leave the last say to me. Well, if Ted Bull was here, him and I could go into
Ted would have said, I love you, will you marry me?
Absolutely, absolutely. Although we are corresponding over the internet, but no, I think it's
that on
a foregone
rsvp.com?
conclusion. Get on with it. Love is all you need, as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
nice.
Can we all sing Love is all you need?
All you need is
La 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 la. Anyway, thank you. We're not good singers, but This is a great issue. Barbara, what have you got for us? You've got an issue about a lotto problem.
Yes, well, the famous Gary Barron win, $16.6 million. That was initially understood as a syndicate, and now he is not sharing.
This is the lotto that the guy played on behalf of everybody at Toll.
That's right.
And then he said he won the lotto, the 16 million, and then he's saying, no, that was my own ticket. The one that I played for work was the losing ticket. But they're taking him to court, I believe. It's going through the courts.
When you can read it and discuss it, and there is obviously all the facts and figures and time.
What do you think, Bud? What do you think about people who buy lotto for work? Do they need to protect themselves and make sure they give copies to everybody?
Everything has to be in writing. That's the whole point. Even if this gentleman, Gary, has had 2 tickets and happened the 16 million be the winning one, unless they had the syndicate members in writing, the number, the contribution, the time and date of purchasing, I assume they have no chance.
I noticed a current affair interviewed his son, and I'm not sure of the son's name, but he just had a swimming pool installed, and they asked him who paid for the pool. I think we're getting ridiculous now. The fact is, if this man has won the lotto and there's proof that he used the winning ticket from his syndicate, I think the courts need to decide on that if there's enough proof. I think the whole issue is, when I used to play lotto in my organisation, I used to play the ticket, then I'd photocopy it for the amount of people and email it to all of them. And that way everybody had an email from me saying, this is our ticket, guys. So if we won, I couldn't run off and leave them behind.
But if this is going to court, the man has got $16.6 million. He's going to get the best lawyer ever. And I don't think that the
it's going to be hard to prove.
I
did hear the Lotteries West on the radio this week say that the way that they announce a winner is whoever holds the ticket. That's all they're interested in. And unless there's proof that he stole that ticket, they won't get involved. So it's going to be a hard one, and I think this may change the way we do syndicates through work in the future. Cameron?
Well, you've said everything that I would agree with and that sort of thing. The only thing I would say is that I've heard this and I do agree with it, that the jackpots should be smaller and shared around, so somebody doesn't have the dilemma all of a sudden waking up and have $60 million in their back pocket.
Amazing, isn't it, what's happened here? Now, did you have a say on this one? Did you?
Oh, look, I completely believe the guy. I think he did buy it separately, and if he wants to get in contact with me, my email address is nfoster. It's down the bottom of the screen there, Gary. If you want to give me a buzz, I support you, mate. Just putting it out there.
And you're happy to take a swimming pool or a motorbike or
a holiday I'm up for anything.
It's funny when these sort of things happen. Unfortunately, greed takes over, and people like being rich. So.
You know,
and people like being seen in public in terry-toweling robes.
Yes, I saw that.
I want to close the subject with one quote. And it was Stalin who said, trust is good, but control is better.
Correct. And there's another one that, I don't know who this famous person was, but wasn't it 9/10? Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Absolutely.
And there you go. Cameron, your last story.
Well, yes, I'm going to talk about spanking models. Well, I'm not actually, but spanking models aggression. And we're really talking about a leading paediatrician in Australia has actually warned GPs that, in fact, hitting children is wrong.
Did you hit your children when when they were little?
Yeah, I did. I loved every moment of it. I just wish they were small now. Well, the thing is, funnily enough...
They're now 42 and you're still spanking them.
More like 62. But no, the thing is, funnily enough, my mother used to hit me before I went out, and she said, that's for nothing.
Too much.
Just imagine what you'll get if you misbehave.
So what are we saying? What's this story saying? Do we need to stop spanking children? Saying you don't need to?
That's what this chap says. All the research clearly indicates that reinforcing violence on other people, and little people particularly, does not make them feel better about themselves, and they're more likely to belt somebody else as a result.
And what do you think? Do you think it's a good point or a bad point?
I think it's horses for horses. I think there is an element of, sort of making it a granny state, literally, and I know my granny hit me as well, funnily enough, but I think it has to be left up to the parent to deal with it. But then again, there are extremes.
Barbara McNaught, did you hit your children?
Darling, ask me if I was hit.
Were you hit as a child?
Yes, I got with a kitchen towel on my head from my mum, My dad was standing...
It's terrible.
...with
Did it hurt?
It was amazing.
I
Every
used to
time I
get
got
the
it, I
spoon. I
deserved
used to
it.
get hit with the wooden
Of course,
spoon.
we can spank our kids.
The taser.
But its definition of spanking is how, where, and when, and why.
Spanking, I thought you said something
Bonking.
else.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. All right.
What about you, Margaret? Margaret. Sorry, Margaret.
Suddenly I've become Margaret
I'm
Pomeroy.
seeing you in
That's
your
right, don't
weekend
worry.
clothes.
I'll tell you about the latest movies.
Natalie,
I
sorry.
used to get hit occasionally with the fly swat.
Yeah.
And my main concern was not the pain. It was like there's dead bodies of decomposing flies that you've just swatted on my bum. So that was more of a problem.
Would you hit your children if you had kids today? Do you think discipline can involve a light spank on the bottom?
No, I think there are better ways of doing it. It's like training a dog, you know, same thing. Don't use a choker chain, or you can on kids. But yeah, basically positive reinforcement. But spanking, as long as they're over 18, I think spanking is good.
Oh,
That's fantastic.
Not kids though.
Thank
'cause
you.
That's just weird.
Thank you to everybody. We've run out of time, so no, we all agree that you don't need to
Yeah,
spank
don't
your
hit
children
kids.
anymore. There's better ways of doing it.
Yeah.
yep.
I reckon just cut off the food and the pocket money and the TV
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and the internet.
And the smartphones.
Everything. Cut
Actually,
them off.
everything other
Thank
than
you very
food
much,
and water.
Tony. What are you telling me? Faster pasta? You hungry already, Tony? Oh, he's always thinking of his stomach. Thank you to Cameron. Thank you to Barbara McNaughton. Thank you to Natalie Foster. Thank you for coming in, and we'll see you next month with another bitchin'. But if you're hungry after that and you don't like chocolate, maybe Faster Pasta's the way out. Check this out. New recipes, new menu.
Introducing Fasta Pasta's new lunch menu.
Lunch the way I like it, please.
Just choose your fresh pasta
Linguine,
and your sauce
Fiorentina.
from just $9.90, then add sides and drinks. Lunch the way you like it for a price you'll love. Only at Fasta Pasta.
And if you'd like to win yourself a $50 voucher thanks to Faster Pasta, all you have to do is put the code word Faster Pasta, F-A-S-T-A, P-A-S-T-A. Put your name and address on that SMS as well. Send it to 0439 929 929. That's 0439 929 929. Anywhere in Australia, your name and address must be on that SMS, and one lucky person will win a $50 voucher and they can go and enjoy the new menus at Faster Pasta. Thanks for your support, and thank you for watching. We'll see you right at the other end of this break. We're going to take on some science and some cleaning right after this. See you then. Welcome back to the couch here on Aurora Television Foxtel. I'm always glad when Cara brings me in something natural to drink, but you know, Cara, you've got
I've
to
never
be...
seen you drink water ever.
Isn't this... are we making lemonade today?
I would like to make lemonade, but we're making something even better.
Because when I noticed you had the glass the right size.
That's not for you, that's for Kim, our beautiful guest we have on the show
Hello,
today.
Kim. Thanks for being here today. I'm going to leave you lovely cleaners together because I'm not very good at cleaning. But enjoy. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Fred. Today I'm joined with Kim from Lemonescents. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you do natural cleaning in homes and businesses.
Yes, I do.
You do. So can you tell us what natural cleaning is?
Okay, so it is what you said it is. It's natural. So all the products that I use, for example, are derived from natural ingredients. So what I'm going to show you today is how I use lemons in my cleaning.
Fantastic.
That's why I call my business Lemonescents as well, because it really is the true essence of what I do.
Of what you do, and I love it. We've got all this equipment. So let's start making some basic things that people can do. What are we going to make first?
So I've already cut up some lemons there. So they're just going to go straight into the juicer.
Yep.
We're going to make 3 different things. I'm going to make some what I call lemon shine, which is just lemon juice. And I'm going to make that for chrome and all your metallic shiny surfaces. Then I'm just going to make like a multi-purpose spray, which is the lemon juice diluted with the water.
Okay.
Because lemon's really good. It has those antiviral and antibacterial properties.
Okay.
It also cuts through grease and grime, so it's absolutely brilliant. I'm also going to make if we've got time, I'm going to make what I call lemon fudge.
All right.
A lemon juice with the bicarbonate soda.
Okay.
Mix
so
that up.
I can't eat it.
Well, I wouldn't.
Okay,
but
sure.
it wouldn't hurt you to.
I'll stop Fred from eating it.
And then a scourer using a lemon.
Okay.
So all of those things contain lemons.
Sorry to interrupt you. I just need some lemon. I'm making a cup of tea.
Okay, so I'm just going to chuck it in here. It's going to get a bit noisy.
All right, that's a big fancy juicer. Do we need a big fancy juicer to make these?
I would highly recommend one.
Okay.
But before I was using a juicer.
I can hear some choking behind me. You're not eating that, are you, Fred?
You didn't tell me these were really sour.
You have the taste of a lemon.
Before I was using a juicer, I was actually just chopping up the lemon into very small bits and putting it in the bottle and soaking it in warm water and using that, and that's effective too, or boiling it.
Nice.
But I eat it. It's actually good for you.
You eat this?
It's for detoxing your body.
Well, let me try it again then.
Cuts through grease, and look at you, cutting through.
I feel detoxed already.
I'm going to get a bit noisy, guys, so sorry about that.
We can handle it.
But just let me make
Would
sure.
you like some water, Fred?
No.
Oh, look, we go. That's a lot of lemons you got in there. Fantastic.
I think I've used about 4 lemons altogether.
Okay.
I just need to wedge it down a bit more. Muscle! I need muscle!
Hey, funny enough, I'm Mr. Muscle.
Yeah, all that lemon he's had. And Maybe put too many lemons in there today.
Is that enough lemons?
Just give it a bit of a shake. It does this for me at home.
Oh, you mean the lemons. You want me to squash it again for you? Will they actually puree through there?
Yes, usually.
Is that enough? Does the smoke normally mean the machine's burning?
Well, maybe if you want to sort that out for me, what I can do is make the scour instead.
Okay, that
There
sounds
you
good
go.
to start off with.
We'll take all of those out. Do you mind doing that, Fred?
No, I won't at all.
All right. And then we'll try that again in a minute and see if we can get it working. So the lemon scour is really easy.
Okay.
So all you're going to do is you're just going to cut a lemon in half. You can probably cut it into another slice if you want to get the most out of the lemon.
Okay.
Put a little bit less in there, thanks. And then you're just going to give it a little bit of a squeeze.
Okay.
So it's going to get nice and juicy.
Yeah.
And then I've got some...
Oh, did you say squeeze the lemons? I was just squeezing your
Fred.
arm.
Great. Okay, and then you're just going to put that in there like that.
Okay. And so a lemon
Easy.
scour, what would that be for?
So this is really effective on grease because of it gets through the grime, gets through the grease, the lemon.
Okay.
That's the citric acid in there.
Okay.
But the salts are obviously going to give you that
That
grating ability to grate through all burnt on food on your oven, inside your oven.
Okay.
So
and a stovetop, they're often filled with stuff and things. Yep.
It can be used on anything really you would normally use a scourer for.
Yeah, great.
So it's just a great substitute with that. Yay!
There we go.
Okay, put that in there. Got it.
And we have lemon juice.
It's coming.
You can see
Very
I've never done
slowly.
a cooking show.
Doing a great
How much
job.
do you want?
All right.
How much juice do we
Usually
need?
I don't actually chop them up. I chop a whole one in there and it works. And I don't know why it's not liking me using the Gillette.
But that will
There
do
you go,
today.
that's enough.
That'll
fine.
do. Everyone will get the idea anyway. So that's your scourer.
Nice, easy scour.
Yep,
Okay, so we
yep.
can clean ovens and stovetops with this. You know, could this be used on your body as well? Do you know what I mean?
As an
it's a good
exfoliant?
Exfoliant, surely. Like that.
Give
that
it a
looks
try.
quite nice.
Put it in your
Okay.
face.
Do you have any parts of your body you'd want to submit to that lemon?
Fred.
The hairs in the way.
We
can't.
did.
What would you
All
use it on? What could you use that on?
Like on your legs, you can imagine.
No,
you
I'm
know,
talking about
like-
in the house, cleaning.
Yeah, this one. We were saying like ovens or stovetops and things. We could just stick this in here, and look, we've got the you know.
And that will clean?
Yep.
Okay.
And you
Highly
use this,
effective.
you use this in your
I
cleaning
use
service.
this in my cleaning service as well. Yep.
Fantastic. Okay. And so, what can we do with lemon juice?
Okay, so obviously we haven't got all of our lemon juice, which is just great, but we're going to just pretend that we have.
Okay.
I'm going to add a bit of water to that. Let's just imagine that is, sorry about the mess. Let's imagine that that's our lemon juice. It's full concentrate lemon juice.
Okay.
So what you can do with that,
What do
for
we
your
have
cleaning.
here? What's this?
This is sodium bicarbonate.
Okay.
There,
And
just
can you
gonna-
get this from the shops?
You can actually. Yeah.
Yep.
It's really easy to get. You just get baking soda from the supermarket, from
Okay.
Coles, from Woolies, from anywhere.
Baking soda.
So in
Yep.
little packets. So we're just going to tip that in. So that's your lemon juice, okay? We're pretending, and you see that nice fizzy
Like the
reaction?
volcano
Yep.
experiments that we did in primary school.
And you are literally just going to stir that,
Yep.
okay? And you're going to get a nice little gooey mass. And I think I would need a little bit more bicarbonate soda.
Okay.
Because what you really want to get is you want to get it to gloop and run off
Don't
the
mind me,
spoon.
everybody. I'm just doing a bit of cleaning.
What are you using? What is that? Get it away! No!
Why would we not use cleaning products like this?
But
Tell
they're
me, what
great.
is this?
Look.
No, it puts your muscles away. This isn't right, Mr. Muscle.
What's wrong with
Okay, have a
using
look
it?
at the ingredients on that.
Poison, acid, death.
Okay, well, Mr. Muscle contains, it does contain toxins, so while it might be effective, And I'm just looking to see if I can see any of the ingredients on here that it will contain.
Sugar?
They're not required to
show them.
what's
Okay.
on there.
So, but they're not good. That's what you're trying to say.
But what you would find in those things is, you would find all those like ammonia, those toxic agents. If you can't drink it, if you can't consume it, you can't drink it or breathe it in, then, if it's not edible, then I'm going to assume that it's not good for you.
Sure. So we're going to absorb it in our skin just from being on our surfaces.
That's
now,
right.
the front of this this toxic bottle that Fred has, it says powerful antibacterial. Are you creating a powerful antibacterial?
I am. Apparently, the Egyptians knew the power of lemon, so that goes back to
And I have a
ancient
question for you. Why is everything 99%? The antibacterial thing. It's always 99%, never 100.
I don't know.
Do you ever wonder?
Maybe because they just can't prove it that it's 100%.
It gives them a bit of leeway, doesn't it?
Have we got
Bit of
much
room
else
for
to
error.
do? Have we got much else?
Okay, so I
'cause I want us
was
to
mixing up, and everything's going so well for me today that even my paste is like not the right consistency. But what you do want to get is you want to get it to sort of a gooey, gluey paste, and then you can use that to clean your grout. You can actually use it to clean any surface. You leave it to soak. Because the thing about using natural ingredients is, although they're highly effective, they take a little bit longer to work their magic.
No, I'm only joking. So these are
all
very
we have
dangerous,
here is bicarbonate soda and pure lemon juice.
Well, that wouldn't hurt you. That would just make you throw it up, but it wouldn't actually kill you.
It's
I
for
remember as a
surface.
child, I used to have bicarbonate soda for stomach aches and stuff like that.
Fantastic. So nice and easy. So all we need is bicarbonate soda, lemons, and we can make this one. And for a nice scara, we do this one here.
And I think we did get a little bit of lemon zest, didn't we? So let's show you the last thing that I'm going to do.
Yep. Last thing in there.
Not much.
That's all right. What were we going to do?
We'll get the lemon zest out of here.
Oh, you're having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure you don't just want to pop out the cold and get some spray and wipe?
No.
Okay. Commitment.
I'm really selling it, aren't I?
Look,
hey, it's a lot more fun than using
Can
chemicals.
I say
We can all
to
see
you,
that.
honestly, it's not about the money and it's not about being quick. It's about doing things that you actually feel consciously right.
Yes, I feel very right about this.
That other
Usually
chemical bottle that you had would be quite expensive.
It's
and
about
all we've
$5,
bought
$6.
here are some lemons and some bicarbonate soda, which is really cheap, and you can make a lot of things from
Sounds
that, which
fantastic.
is great, and you don't feel scared by it. And what are we doing here? We've got bicarbonate soda
so
in
you've
this
got
jar.
the zest from the lemon, although that's just little bits of lemon that have just turned up. So
That's
normally you would get the lemon zest in here.
Okay.
When
all
it
the
works.
leftover one.
Yeah.
So all of that lemon zest you would put maybe like a handful in there. I've got about, I don't know, just 3/4 of a cup of bicarbonate soda in there.
Okay.
And I'll sprinkle the lemon juice, the lemon zest on top.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to get, you can either get a little bit of plastic or you can get a bit of paper. And I'm just going to wrap that around the top of the jar. What I'm creating here is I'm actually creating an air freshener.
Oh.
Okay, so
A lemon one, I'm assuming.
yep, and you can use like a Tupperware container and you can pierce the lid or
So
do it this
you would
way.
keep,
which,
keep
I'll
it in
use a
the
bigger
jar. The
lucky
jar
bag.
would actually be your freshener.
That's correct.
Okay.
So
And you could just leave this in a room.
yeah, my
somewhere
hands are all
or something.
sticky. I don't know. If,
That's
anyway,
So we just put that on there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Where can we find more information about you and if people want to get in touch with you?
I have a website. I also
Yep.
have a Facebook page. So my website is Lemonescents, and that's spelt lemon.
There it is on screen.
Lemon.
There we go.
ESCENTS.weebly.com. I also have a Facebook page as well, and I'm
can look up
very
Lemonescents.
current on the Facebook page.
You've been very patient today. A lot of fun.
Oh, this is hilarious. I love it. This is just real
It's
life, isn't it?
television, but
And you know,
what?
if you're like me and you don't like to clean, Kim does offer a cleaning service. So she'll come to your home or to your business and use ingredients that she makes herself and clean your home and your business using
Hopefully,
this stuff.
Kim, you'll be cleaning the
It'll be
bench for me.
cleaner than,
Yeah, I will clean up after myself.
which
Sorry
is
about that.
fantastic.
Would you like to throw the contact promo?
I would. If you would like more
you,
information,
Kim.
head to the Couch website, thecouch.com.au. You can look up onto the homepage or onto the segment guide where we'll have information on where you can find Kim from Lemonescents. Or if you want more information on the Couch, here's what you do.
If you're looking for more info on anything you've seen on today's show, head to thecouch.com.au. It's where you'll find all the links for our guests, plus clips from the show, backstage photos, and even exclusive movie reviews. You can also sign up as a Couchie and be part of our competitions, including Spin It to Win It. New Zealand viewers, that's open to you too. So jump online and check it out now. thecouch.com.au.
Thank you very much, Cara, and that is how you contact us here if you would like to do that. Now, we've gone from cleaning products, we've cleaned everything with all the lemons. Now we're talking physics and science with Grace and Blake. Over to you, Grace.
Thank you very much, Fred.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm here with Blake Segler, who is studying a PhD in physics from the University of Western Australia. How are you, Blake?
I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm great. First of all, I want to ask you, why do you love physics? Tell me about physics.
And I think ever since I was young, I've always been really inquisitive about the world around me. And physics basically just explains everything around us. From the smaller scales of what makes up matter towards, the bigger scales of how our galaxies are forming and combining, and then everything in between, the lights and microphones and everything you could possibly imagine in the world around us. Physics
Basically
has the answers
everything.
to it. Yeah, everything.
Wow. Well, I would really like to know, what do physicists actually do?
So essentially what we're doing is researching and building on our knowledge of everything. And that's including not just our knowledge of the universe, but also uses of technology and innovation. So a lot of areas of physics which I think sound like they're not too important to the common person go on to give us innovations that are really important for daily use. So for instance, one project I've been involved in the past was working in the frequency standards and metrology department on something called Westbury game modes, which everyone's probably switched off and said, what the hell is he talking about? But stuff like that gives us GPS technology, which we're using in our daily lives.
Like, what the hell are you talking about? I want to know what this is all about. Because I tried to put my coffee cup on there and I noticed you forgot to put the mirror.
I don't think it's a coffee cup, Fred.
Is it a table?
Coffee table.
Is that a table?
This is a magnetic track that a couple of physicists from the University of Western Australia have put together.
Why would they do that? Were they bored?
Well, we just basically find something to fill the time.
Why would you do that? Why would you make that up? I'm being very serious, actually. What do we do with it?
This is one of the demonstrations we use as part of our outreach program of physics to try and engage with high school students and show them some of the more exciting parts about physics.
To get people excited about physics.
To get people excited.
Are you excited, Fred?
I'm very excited because I wanted to know where the cup goes, but now I've realised it's not a table. So what do we do with this? What are we doing? Can we show the experiment before we run out of time?
So what we've got is this is what's called a superconducting material over here. And at the moment, it's not really interacting at all with
So what is that?
chat.
Let's just hold it. What is that?
That's a special material made of yttrium barium copper oxide, which is just a bunch of elements.
So it's not going to burn through my hand.
Not going to burn through your hand. At the moment, it doesn't really do anything at all. But what we can do is I'll wrap it up in some aluminium foil, just like you get at the supermarket. And that's just to insulate it a bit. And so while it's not doing anything at the moment at room temperature, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on this little bit of track that's very
Grace,
similar.
Has he tested this on you first?
Oh, he may have. He may have tested. It's not going to explode, I don't think.
We're safe.
So I'll just set that up.
So is there a way that it has to sit or not really?
Not really. I'll put this on so that it's lifted up a little bit from the track.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to take here is
what
we'll just
does
put
the
an
aluminium do? Why did you put aluminium foil on that?
Same as when you're cooking. It's just to insulate it, keep hot things hot, cold things cold.
Okay.
In this case, we need things to be really, really cold. So what we've got in this thermos over here is some liquid nitrogen.
Do you need your glasses on?
I've got my glasses on.
So this is 200 degrees below zero. So it's
where do you buy liquid nitrogen from?
We don't buy it actually. We make it at the School of Physics and University of Western Australia.
I have to get you back to making.
So we actually have this on tap in our basement.
This is the one that they put in trays behind music acts and it sort of goes up and looks like smoke.
That tends to be dry ice more so, which is carbon dioxide, whereas this is liquid nitrogen.
Okay.
And so what I can do is pour some of that into here.
Ooh, cup of drink.
Bubbling a lot.
Anyone thirsty in the studio?
So it's all boiling up because it actually boils 200 degrees below zero.
So would that be dangerous if someone was to drink that?
Yes, very, very dangerous.
What would it do?
Probably just wreak havoc on your insides.
Oh, okay. That's lovely.
So
Thanks, Grace.
burning you on the inside. Also, another issue is that since it's boiling up, every bit that boils gets 700 times larger. Okay, so...
Could you imagine me 700 times larger?
700 times larger.
Oh, I don't think I want to try that. Jenny Craig, eat your heart out. What are we going to do with that?
So what's happening is, as it's cooling down, it's becoming what's known as superconducting.
Yeah.
And so each one of these magnets that lines our track has a magnetic field coming out of it.
Yeah.
And as this becomes superconducting, what happens is it locks in that magnetic field going through it from the magnets. And so when it gets cold enough, that magnet field gets trapped.
So that cup was probably frozen now, isn't it? That cup will be very brittle.
Yeah, that cup's going to be really, really cold. So you just need to wait until it
So
gets a
how
little
many
bit
degrees
colder.
did you say that would be now?
So this is minus 196 degrees.
Oh, so when I went to New Zealand, it was minus 12 or minus 10, and
Yeah.
this is like 700 times more than that. Wow, that's really cold.
Yeah, so the idea is that our superconductors only become superconducting at a really low temperature, so about minus 180 degrees. So the only way we can actually get this experiment to work is if we cool them down large enough to actually get to that temperature range.
Now, did you talk about the outreach program?
Yeah, so what we tend to do is get different high school groups, some of them from the metro area, but also some rural area or disadvantaged schools that might not have much exposure to physics, so that they can get a bit of a feel for the sort of things that physics can actually lead to and realise that it is actually more exciting than just a bunch of equations.
I remember about 20 years ago when I was a kid, we used to have a TV show called The Curiosity Show, and they used to do inventions, and there was two guys from Adelaide, and it used to be the most fun program because they used to blow things up and all that type of stuff. You know, when you put an egg in a microwave and then set it off and it blows up the microwave door. Have you ever done anything really crazy?
We do a few crazy things in physics, certainly.
Like, you strike me as someone that would come into a TV studio and do like some fun things, like blow up a door in a microwave. So we'll be talking to you soon.
Well, I won't blow up anything in your studio.
Oh, it's all right.
But this is probably one of the coolest things that I get to do.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, get it.
So what I've got is this is now superconducting, and I'm not sure if the viewers can see, but when I move
Can we
this
hold it
cup,
up? Are you able to hold it up?
Well, what I'll do is I'll move it to track in a
Oh, they
second.
can see it. It's on screen right now.
Is when I move this cap, the puck's actually no longer moving with it.
Okay.
Okay, it's locked into a spot on this magnetic track.
Okay.
And what it can do is it can find that exact same spot on this track, which is identical. And so if I just get that out, I can find that spot.
Oh my gosh.
And follow the track around. And because
Can
we
you
had this
see
little
that?
separator,
That is amazing.
this is actually levitating now above
So
the
if I was,
surface.
I'm just going to show people.
It's floating above.
Look at
It's
that.
floating above, like.
I'm going to
air
put this
and-
stick here, Liam, our director. Have a look at that. It actually went over the stick, so that stick's about 1 millimetre thick.
And so when it gets a bit hot again, it stops superconducting.
So do you stick it back in
So
the...
let's stick it back in here, which I'll do just
Could
to
you
show you
imagine
one
if
other
I
thing.
started drinking that? I'd be light. I'd never have to worry.
Floating everywhere, Fred.
Could you imagine me float? I'd be like a blimp. Anyway, don't go there.
And so
Oh,
it gets
fantastic.
even cool. I can show you one more thing quickly. Once this gets cool enough again.
Well, this excites me, can I just say?
Well, that's
So-
the point of it. It's just showing people that we are doing more exciting things than just equations and
That
maths
was
all
interesting.
day.
It is interesting.
Can I ask a question? If I
Yeah.
wanted to get involved in this sort of stuff, how can I do it?
Well, the best thing is obviously to come and join us at the University of Western Australia by starting a physics
So I have to do a
degree.
PhD in a physics degree. I don't know. Do you know
But
if you get
I don't know if I
certainly,
can do that.
certainly high schools can get in contact with us to try and organise a program for their students.
Because you have a Facebook page, don't you? The-
Yep, School of Physics, University of Western Australia on Facebook. They can find us there and see a bunch of the cool things we get up to.
And what's your advice for high school kids who want to get involved with physics?
I suppose, basically, obviously, studying the subject at high school is a good level and basically just exploring science out there. So we live in a great age of information where the answer to scientific questions is just a Google search away. So it's just about engaging yourself and finding out what's out there and then pursuing your interests.
I reckon, Blake, we have to get you back once a month and call you Mr. Curiosity. and you can maybe do things in the studio for us, because I think Grace wants to be your student. And
Yes,
I think this
please.
could work very well. Do we need to wrap anything else up, Grace?
Well,
before
I
we
might
say-
just quickly show you
go
this
for it.
one last thing, which
one more
is
You're not going to swallow
that now
that.
that this is cold again, so seeing that this can hover above our surface. Oh, let's not destroy anything.
Oh.
And if I just take this off,
always looks scary
not
being a
only is this
scientist.
strong enough to hover above our surface, I
Look
can
at
actually
that.
tip it
Wow.
upside down, and that is locked in position
Oh, you've
upside
done
down.
You've done this before,
underneath our
Blake.
track,
All right, where's
Wow.
until it runs back up again.
Oh my gosh.
Fantastic. Can you hold that in your hands, bare hand, like with nothing in my hand? Would that do anything?
This one, by now, it's probably warm enough that you wouldn't want to hold onto it for a long time or squeeze
would
in your
burn your
hand,
hand?
but you could sort of juggle it a bit and be okay.
Can I just touch it?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
It is quite cold.
It is quite cold.
Just had to
Lovely.
prove that.
Thank you very much for coming in today, Grace,
Not a problem.
student physics, and of course thank you for coming in.
Thank
And
you.
Thank you. Have the UWA on board as well, and thanks to JJ for organising as well. We'd love to have you back.
I'd love to be back.
If you want more information about this segment and more, or just about us, just check out our website, of course, thecouch.com.au. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Blake. We're going to take a break and be back with more of The Couch. I promise you, no blowing up things after the break or using lemons to clean the set. We'll see you after the break on The Couch.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome back to The Couch here on Aurora Television. Leanne, of course, from Foodbank left her glasses behind. Thank you, Leanne. I'm really enjoying them. They should be all right. I think they suit me. I don't know who's over there, but I think it's AniK and KidzBiz, and she's got a vet in today. Over to you, Annie.
Thanks, Fred. Today on the show we have John Rees, and he works for Mosman Park Veterinarian. We're going to talk about what it's like to be a vet. So thanks for coming on the show.
My pleasure.
So did you always want to be a vet, and why?
Yes, I can remember from when I was about 9 or 10 that I decided I wanted to be a vet. I grew up around animals on a farm and, yeah, I've always wanted to be.
So is it what you thought it would be when you were little?
Oh, I don't think anything would be exactly what you expect it would be as a child, but it's still fun and, yeah, it's getting to pat puppies and kittens is always good fun.
So what did you have to study in university and school?
So the university degree when I went through was 5 years. It's now 6 years and can even be longer if you go through a pathway where you do a Bachelor of Science first.
Okay. And so what if one of my friends wants to be a vet and we're in school age now, so what should she try and do?
Always, yeah, study hard and try to get the best marks you can at high school, and then if you can get in, great. If you can't, don't despair and don't put too much pressure on yourself, because you can always get another degree and then try and get an entry through in.
So I presume there are different sorts of vets. So could you name a couple and tell us a bit about them?
Yeah, certainly I myself work as a small animal vet, see cats and dogs, but you can work as a large animal vet. You could work in research or industry. You could be a specialist that deals with dogs that have cancer, or you can work as a specialist surgeon as well.
So with small animals, does that count as like mice and stuff, or is it just like dogs and cats?
No, we see dogs and cats, but we also see mice and rabbits and guinea pigs and the occasional chicken from people's backyards, but no snakes or spiders or anything like that.
So for snakes and spiders, where do they actually go?
There is a specialist vet that works out of the university, and they're called the Unusual Pet Vet, and they deal with all those sort of things.
So what if someone brings you an unusual pet? Do you refer them to the university?
Oh, I'm always happy to have a look, but if I don't think I know enough, then I'll try and send them to somebody that does know a bit more than me.
So what do you think is a really important skill to have as a vet?
Look, number one is always you've got to love animals, but I think you also got to enjoy dealing with people, and you've got to just want to keep learning all the time. There's so much to learn and find out.
So what's your favourite part of your job? It's probably the animals, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. Favourite part is fixing animals and then seeing them come back in a week later and they feel better, and that always makes you happy.
So this is a controversial question. What's your favourite animal?
Obviously my own. Dogs and cats.
Dogs and cats.
Yes.
Oh, come on, you got to choose one.
No, I've got 2 dogs and a cat, so maybe my vote's with
okay.
dogs at the moment, but no, both of them.
All right. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate your time. For more information, go to the Couch website, thecouch.com.au. Back to you, Fred.
Thank you, AniK, and thank you to you for watching today. Thanks to all the crew who did such a great job. And we'll see you again next week here on The Couch. Please don't forget to join us on our website, thecouch.com.au. And that is it. We're right out of time. We've got Jacob and Rees performing for us right now. Que Sera, Sera. I don't think it's that song. It's like Que Sera by Justice Crew. See you next week. Bye-bye.
At the end of the day, some you win, some you don't. So I'm glad that I'm here with some friends that I know. Always there with a smile, saying you're not alone. Singing la 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 la, Que Sera.
Here we go, yeah.
Yesterday is history. Oh, you gotta get through it. Tomorrow's a mystery, so let's just do it. And even when the rain falls, you and I will stand tall.
Stand tall.
No matter what you
long day. Had enough, giving up, it ain't okay.
Okay.
We don't care what the world say. We spread love, it's the only way.
So you gotta be strong.
Strong.
Live by the words of the song.
Long.
Together is where we belong.
Long.
Never stop dreaming. Keep holding on. At the end of the day, some you win, some you don't. So I'm glad that I'm here with some friends that I know. Always there with a smile, saying you're not alone. Singing la 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 la, hey Sera. We keep falling, but the world keeps spinning, and I might stop winning, but I know that we're gonna be alright.
We keep falling, but the world keeps spinning, and I might stop winning just as long as I got you by my side.
At the end of the day, some you win, some you don't. So I'm glad that I'm here with some friends that I know. Always there with a smile, saying you're not alone.
Yeah.
Singing la 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 la, que sera. At the end of the day, some you win, some you don't. So I'm glad that I'm here with some friends that I know. Always there with a smile, saying you're not alone. Singing la 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 la, que sera. At the end of the day, some you win, some you don't. So I'm glad that I'm here with some friends that I know. Always there with a smile, saying you're not alone. Singing la 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 la, que sera. At the end of the day, some you win, some you don't. Oh, some you don't. That I'm here with some friends that I know. Friends that I know with a smile, saying you're not alone. Singing la 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 la, que sera.